Does anyone have a specific question? If not, we'll move on to Adam. Thanks Adam.
Thanks, Brenton and Ron. The LGA has a reasonably, as I presented earlier, fairly sequential and logical approach to assisting our regions in understanding where their key vulnerabilities to climate change are and developing adaptation plans which integrate the likely impacts of climate change into their strategic operational management plans. The next stage, so we undertook the process of developing a methodology that would assist the regions in understanding what it was to undertake an integrated climate change vulnerability assessment, and that provided a number of benefits, not only for the regions but for the state. Those in the room involved with academia will appreciate the fact that sometimes you have an idea about a project but you're not entirely sure what it's going to deliver. And whilst the title of our project suggests developing a methodology for developing adaptation plans, I think it should probably have read, can we develop a methodology for developing adaptation plans? It's an interesting concept because an adaptation plan is a tool that is going to be used by different regions, different stakeholders within those regions. There are different nuances for each organisation that are involved in it. They will want to progress the integration of the outcomes of an adaptation plan in various ways and have different approaches in doing that, whether that's through a board, through a minister, through an elected body, so forth. So the LGA's project is really going to be a project of investigation. Our intent is to hold a workshop with a number of different bodies that are currently involved in doing vulnerability assessments and are likely to move into adaptation planning phases fairly soon, and start a dialogue about what it is that they are going to be expecting an adaptation plan to do, what is it going to look like, and how is it going to link with all the organisations and stakeholders involved. But also, a fair chunk of these vulnerability assessments have funding partners, and so perhaps those funding partners might have expectations about what adaptation plans might look like as well, including the state. So the LGA's bid really is about starting a dialogue between the various tiers of government and the various stakeholders that are currently involved in doing adaptation planning, and ask the question, what is it you're expecting an adaptation to look like and do for you, and can we help in delivering some guidance material or methodology in which to help assist with some consistency perhaps across the state. That might be easier for a local government sector, it might be easier with NRM sector or an RDA or individual sectors. The LGA put up some money, real cash as Ron described it, matching funding. The project has relevance statewide. It has relevance for a number of different stakeholders involved in the planning process, and our bid hopefully demonstrated a reasonably strategic approach by the LGA. And I will commend those that receive funding, because if you're involved in the funding bid process, you will know we had 4 weeks in which to develop the bid and try and find money. So, and we appreciate that the reference group has heard that feedback from a number of different applicants and is amending their funding guidelines for the next round. So thank you. And I'll leave it there. Thank you very much.
So in response here, we had a 2-month round, so it's 8 weeks or 7 weeks, 7.5 weeks. And we've modified the requirement for, as a no-go for much funding. So again, this was a relatively swift assessment process. LGA is an organisation with large strategic reach and quite a lot of members. Work that they do would, presumably satisfy a very diverse range of people in South Australia. So it meant the funding would potentially benefit a great deal of groups. It's work that they have expertise in and have shown and demonstrated capacity to deliver, and so we felt comfortable they would be able to deliver the work, and it really will drive benefit for the program. So, and we have an existing sector agreement as well, so that all good criteria that we're able to support this project.